Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be, is she trying to run into me? Now, I've got an email here from a viewer whose ex-girlfriend dumped him basically a week before Christmas, which is, really a great time of the year to get dumped. And so he's been applying the things that I teach, and she's starting to pursue and chase him when she kind of wanted nothing to do with him, obviously, when she dumped him. And one of the things that's important to understand, and this theme is like threaded throughout my book and all of the videos and the articles I do, is as a man, is trying to overcome insecurities, fears, neediness, a scarcity mindset that you learn from other people, your friends, your family, that society tends to drill into your head with that the one. And so they make everybody feel like, whether it's a job or money they have or a car or a friend or a woman in your life, like it's the only person that you're ever going to have, or the only great job that you're ever going to have in your life, or the only time you're ever going to be able to make money. And when you look at life has its ups and downs. Sometimes things seem to just, like one thing after another, one great thing after another seems to be going your way. And then the next few days, it might seem like your world is ending and things aren't ever going to go your way. And the key as a man is to get to a place where you feel peaceful, you feel relaxed, you feel comfortable in your own skin, to the point where you don't feel like you lack anything. Because neediness and insecurity is something that our mind or our egos tell us that we lack something, or that we're not whole, or that we're not complete unless someone or something outside of ourselves is in our lives in the way that we expect it to be. And like I say a lot, is that when we don't accept reality as it is, we suffer. When we don't accept that things are the way they are, we suffer. And so the idea as a man is, if you have interest in a woman, or you desire a woman, or you love a woman who's in your life, that's your gift to them. Your attraction to them is your gift to them. You don't need them. You don't have to have them in your life, but you'd love to have them in your life. They're a blessing or an addition to your life. They're not the purpose of your life, and they don't make your life. What makes you happy is you. You have to get to a place where, like when you leave a girl a message, you're not sitting there checking your phone every 5 fucking minutes. Has she got my message? Has she called me back yet? Has she texted me yet? Why? Sometimes in the middle of texting back and forth, a girl will suddenly stop texting you. Maybe somebody else is texting her. Maybe she got in the car and she's driving. Maybe her boss happens to be talking to her. Maybe she had to go on an errand. Maybe she's talking to somebody. And if you keep pursuing, you keep chasing, you keep trying to force things to happen, all you're going to do is make her feel like she can't be herself and she can't be free around you. And when that happens, she's going to run away because she feels like you're smothering her, or she's going to lose herself in the relationship or the interaction that she has with you. And so this viewer, he says, "Hey Corey, I spent the past few hours reading your blogs and watching your videos, and I do have a question." He says, "Here's my story. My girlfriend broke up with me a week before Christmas, and we were together for 9 months. She broke up with me because we were fighting too much. Well, the men who understand women never argue with them, and they don't fight. That tells me that you don't know how to communicate with her in a loving way. You don't know the difference between listening to her when she wants you to listen, or when you need to give her advice. I mean, the whole purpose of all relationships is you go there to give. You're there to help each other grow and become more. You're there to help to meet each other's needs, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, and of course sexually." He says, "The fighting was mostly instigated by me, all little fights stemming from anxiety issues." He says, "I'm currently working on these through medication and counseling." So basically what you're telling me is, inside you feel like you lack something. In other words, you need your girl to fill you up. So instead of having a healthy relationship where you share your completeness, you at some level believe that you need this person in your life to complete you. And when someone's in a relationship with you, they can't feel like they can be themselves and you'll just appreciate them for who they are, because they feel like unless you're there with you, that you're going to completely unglued. And in essence, what you're doing is you're projecting your own insecurities, your fears, your neediness onto her, in essence expecting her to deal with that. And that's going to make anybody want to run from you like the plague. If you treated your best friend that way, he wouldn't want to hang out with you that much. I mean, think about it, a little common sense there. He says, these anxiety issues have caused the demise of relationships in the past, and I thought I had it in check. I mean, at the end of the day, when you exhibit that kind of behavior, whether it's with your girlfriend or your wife or a woman that you just met or a chick that you're trying to get her phone number or set a date in a spot, when she senses that vibe, it creeps them out. It makes them feel uncomfortable around you because you're not comfortable in your own skin. You make them feel uncomfortable, and your interactions become awkward. And whenever you act that way, I mean, think about it. If you're trying to get a job from somebody and you're like, it's like when people are unemployed or they're trying to get a job, it's like, I need this job, I gotta pay my bills. And as a guy who has hired and fired a lot of people in his career, I can sense that. I can pick up on that. And typically, I always ended up hiring somebody that had options. Somebody that wanted to work for me, but someone that wasn't just going to fall apart if I didn't hire them because they're worried about paying their bills. You're coming from a place of scarcity, a poverty mindset. And it's all a creation of your mind. These are limiting thoughts and limiting beliefs that you've adopted from your friends, your family, your peer group, and society. So he says, instead of doing what my gut told me to do, begging, fighting, etc., I told her that I respected her decision, obviously her decision to break up with you. He says, I said that I would like an opportunity to work on this, and she said that she can't or won't. Then I basically said to pack up my stuff and I'll get it the next day. Well, the next day she was really busy and we couldn't meet up, so I asked her to let me know when she's available. Then I cut all contact with her. That's all you can do in these cases, because when a woman unilaterally says, hey, I'm out of here, dude, I don't want to be your girlfriend, I don't want to be in a relationship with you anymore, or I don't want to date you anymore, or I don't want to see you anymore, it takes two. It takes two people who want to be with each other to make a relationship work. If only one person wants the interaction, it's never going to work. And that's the best thing you can do, is just walk away and say, hey, give me a call when you change your mind, so she can have some space to get to the point where she feels like she can be herself again, and so she's no longer acting in a way where she's trying to make you feel uncomfortable because of your insecurities and your issues. And it allows the sexual attraction or the anticipation to build within her, because if she reaches out to you or starts calling you or starts texting you, it's her idea. And it's always better if a woman thinks it's her idea that the two of you got together, or if the two of you become in a relationship or become boyfriend-girlfriend. He says, in the weeks after, the only contact we had was on Christmas Day when she said Merry Christmas, and on New Year's Day when I said Happy New Year. Well, that's not completely walking away. You're still reaching out to her, and you're still looking for excuses to chase and pursue her. When a woman dumps you and blows you off, a guy who perceives himself as a catch is going to say, hey, well, I'd love to work it out. Give me a call if you ever want to. It's been great. See you later. And you walk away and you never look back. And then at some point, if there's any kind of interest left on her part and she starts to miss you, she'll reach out to you. He says, in the past 10 days, she's been contacting me almost daily, sometimes to ask, what's up, or what are your plans tonight, and sometimes just to chat about whatever. Well, I say all the time, the phone is for setting dates and appointments. It's not for giving out information. The more you talk on the phone, the less you're going to spend hanging out and talking in person. And the idea, if you want to have a physical relationship with somebody, you have to do it in person. You can't do it virtually. It's like having a virtual pen pal. He says, this past Friday, she messages to tell me that she is at a restaurant with her family. She's surprised that I'm not there. She chose to eat at my watering hole, and I'm usually there every Friday night, except this particular one. And he says, is she trying to run into me? And I would say absolutely yes. Because we all tend to, after a breakup has happened, a month or several weeks have gone by since the last time you spoke, it's like we all, men and women both, tend to look at the past through rose-colored glasses. And so she's got this space, and now she's kind of forgetting about the needy jackass that you were at times, and now she's thinking about all of the good times. And that's why she reaches out to you at the end of the day. you're the man, and it's up to the man to gently lead the interaction. Women will put themselves into your orbit. That's why she went to where she was hoping you would be, in hopes that you would make something happen. But most women aren't gonna come right out and try to make a date with you. He says, I'm not sure of my next move. Should I wait until she asks again, what are your plans tonight, and then reply with going for coffee with you, or should I just ask, or should I walk away? He says, I don't know if she's just throwing me breadcrumbs or if she doesn't know where her head is at. In the meantime, he says, I need to hit the treadmill. Well, here's the deal. Women will put themselves into your orbit, but they're not going to take the man's role of saying, hey, would you like to go out on a date at 8 p.m. on Thursday night with me? Or when are you free to get together this week? They want the men to do that, because she'll put herself in your orbit to make it easy for you to make something happen. But at the end of the day, if you don't say, hey, great to hear from you, I'd love to see you, when are you free to get together? If you don't do that, 9 times out of 10, the woman is not going to bring up getting together. And so, I mean, I would say, yeah, she definitely wants to start seeing you again. And what you need to do now is, this is what you need to do when she reaches out to you. Next time she calls you or contacts you, just say, hey, great to hear from you. I'd love to see you. When are you free to get together? And something simple, say, hey, why don't you grab a bottle of wine, come on over to my place, and we'll make dinner together. That's the easiest thing to do. You don't have to go out and spend a bunch of money. Plus, you can come over, you can hang out, and it's just the two of you in your place, where she's obviously been to before, and she feels very comfortable. And so it's easy to make dinner together, to be playful. It's simple. Hang out, have fun, and hook up. That's it. If she wants to talk about the relationship and getting back together, just say, hey, let's just take it slow. Let's just take our time and see what happens. Let's not complicate things. Women say that to guys all the time, and there's nothing wrong with a man saying that to a woman. And so all you need to do is hang out, have fun, and hook up. And so when next time she reaches out to you, make definite plans. Say, when are you free to get together? And when she tells you her schedule, then simply make a date on a day that she's available and you're available. Definite plans, meaning you have a definite time and a definite place to meet. And once you've done that, just say, great, I got to run, but I look forward to seeing you then. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Hang out, have fun, and hook up. And so when you're together, let her do most of the talking, 78% of the talking, by you simply asking questions. Asking her things like, what do you mean? Tell me more. What else? Don't leave anything out. By saying those things, she'll talk about it. And then when she's really feeling a sense of attraction, she'll start playing with her hair again. She'll start touching your arm. And you can just say, I think you've waited long enough. I think you just need to come over here and plant a nice, juicy, sexy kiss on my lips. Something simple like that, with a shit-eating grin on your face, like James Bond or Daniel Craig would do in his role in the James Bond movies. I think he does a phenomenal job at it. Pierce Brosnan did a great job at James Bond as well. But that's all you got to do. When you start making out, I mean, you guys were together for 9 months. You should know how to take things to the physical level. Hang out, have fun, and hook up. And just rinse, recycle, repeat. And I also encourage you to download and read my ebook. You can do that by going to my website. And underneath the email sign-up box is a box that will take you right to the Amazon Kindle download page for my book. Once you get there, if you don't have a Kindle device, just download a free e-reader app for whatever electronic device you want to read my ebook on. If you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session. You can do that by going to my website, click the products tab at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. If you have a question you want to ask me, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab on the left-hand side of your screen, and send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max, and just give me several weeks to get back to you with the response, because I got a lot of email. But again, the quickest way to get a hold of me is to book a paid phone coaching session. And if you appreciate the value of the information I offer in this video newsletter, the articles on my website, or my ebook, you can show your appreciation by going to my website, and on there will be a toolbar at the bottom of your screen. Click the PayPal donate button and donate any amount that you feel is equal to the value of the information. And I will talk to you soon.